Okay, hi. I'm Pandu from the Red Closet. The werewolf story is often heard as a Hollywood film. However, the story of a human who can turn into a wolf can be found all over the world. Until the story of the creature commonly known as the werewolf or Lycan can be found in ancient Greek records. So how did the werewolf actually come from? So, in this episode I'm gonna talk about werewolf. The werewolf is a mythological animal from many stories around the world. According to some legends, a werewolf was the human who turned into a fierce and powerful wolf. Others are a mutant combination of humans and wolves, but all of them are bloodthirsty beasts who can't control their lust to kill humans and animals. It's unclear exactly when and where the werewolf legend came from. Some scholars believe that werewolves made their debut in the Epic of Gilgamesh. This is the oldest Western prose that has come down to us. Once upon a time, Gilgamesh was rejected by a potential lover because he had turned his previous partner into a wolf. Another occurrence in Greek mythology is the legend of Lycan. According to legend, Lycaon, a son of Pelasgus, angered the god Zeus when he served a meal made from the remains of a sacrificed boy. As punishment, an angry Zeus turned Lycaon and his son into wolves. Werewolf also appear in early Norse folklore. Saga of the Volsungs tells the story of a father and son who find a wolfskin with the power to turn humans into wolves for 10 days. The father and son wore fur, turned into wolves and committed murder in the forest. Their rampage ends when the father attacks his son, causing mortal wounds. His son survived because a kind crow gave the father a leaf with healing powers. Centuries ago, many were referred to as werewolf. In 1521, Frenchmen Pierre Bergot and Michel Verdun allegedly swore allegiance to the devil and claimed to possess an ointment that turned them into wolves. Okay, before we go too deep, you can click the subscribe button so you don't miss the next content. Okay, let's go on. After confessing to brutally murdering several children, they were both burned to death at the stake. There is also another Frenchman named Gilles Garnier, known as the Werewolf of Dole, who lived in the 16th century. His fame is also related to the ointment that can turn people into wolves. According to legend, as a wolf he ruthlessly killed children and ate them. He was also burned to death at the stake for his crimes. Is Bergot, Verdun, or Garnier mentally ill, or acting under the influence of a hallucinogenic substance, or simply a cold-blooded killer? This is still being debated, but it didn't seem to matter to the superstitious Europeans during the 16th century. To them, such heinous crimes could only be committed by monstrous beasts like werewolf. The werewolf phenomenon may have a medical explanation according to the history page. Take Peter the Wild Boy for example, who in 1725 was found wandering naked on 4 legs through the German jungle. Many thought he was a werewolf or at least raised by wolves. Peter ate with his hands and could not speak. He was eventually adopted by the courts of King George I and King George II and lived out his days as their pet in England. Research has shown that Peter may have suffered from Pitt-Hopkins syndrome, a condition discovered in 1978 that causes a lack of speech, seizures, distinct facial features, difficulty breathing, and intellectual challenges. Other medical conditions that may encourage werewolf include the following: lycanthropy, a rare psychological condition that causes people to believe they are turning into wolves or other animals, food poisoning. Hypertrichosis, a rare genetic disorder that causes excessive hair growth. Rabies, hallucinations, possibly caused by hallucinogenic plants. For centuries, people have used the werewolf and other business animals to explain the inexplicable, but in modern times, most believe that the werewolf is nothing more than a pop culture hero icon, made famous by the 1941 film The Wolfman. However, there are still many heretics who report sightings every year. The legend of the werewolf will likely continue to haunt people around the world. Okay, that's all from Werewolf Story. If you have a request or suggestion, you can write it in the comment below. If you like this content, please share this video to your friends, your family, your girlfriend or boyfriend. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you all.